Now, as you're entering the tank, your squid will probably do one of two things. If she immediately disappears, she has the invisibility feature equipped. If you want to determine which specific type of invisibility, you don't even have to go to the reset button. It's really easy. Look up. Is the moon shining? If it is, you know you have a Euripna scolops. I like to call them the Squidopus nidipus because it's a lot easier to remember. Also, I'm pretty sure they're both Latin. Luckily, these vampire squids can only turn invisible at night because they blend in with the moon's light. But if you look up and the moon is not shining, then you have a Humboldt squid, also known as the Squidopus nidipus. This squid's ability to turn invisible relies on the fact that the ocean hates the color red. They have a huge dispute, and it doesn't let any red light through. Of course, that's great for the Humboldt squid because it just turns red, and then no one can see it, because the ocean hates it now. If your squid doesn't turn invisible, don't be disappointed. It might just be trying to show off its curves. If this is the case, take a deep breath. You're not trying to talk to a woman, just wrangle a squid, which can be a much easier task. So focus. Take a deep breath. Now, turn on strobe mode on your military-grade Japanese flashlight you bought at the same shop you bought your off-brand katanas at the flea market, and point it directly in your new pet's eyes. If it immediately comes to your side to defend you from predators, then you might possibly be a jellyfish. You now know the squid comes equipped with a jellyfish defense feature. This works because some jellyfish light up when they're being hunted in order to attract something bigger to eat the thing that's hunting them. This technique is mostly used by humans in the jelly sandwich farming industry, and that's to protect their herds of great flavored jellyfish. This technique was also used to track deer stickerfish. That's actually how we got the first ever video footage of a giant squid in 2005. It must have been around Christmas time because they threw a giant round Christmas ornament of a drone into the ocean with flashing green and red lights and a camera. And, it's pretty cool. Now, there's a 50-50 chance your squid has what I like to call roommate gone for the weekend syndrome. Just trust me and don't turn on the black light. Most creatures with this disorder aren't dangerous, they're just gross, but in the case of your pet squid, its flesh-eating acidic sperm won't just exfoliate the dirt and blemishes from your face. It will also take off most of your skin, so be careful. Now you may think, how am I to avoid this dangerous situation? But there's really a few easy steps you can follow to make sure you're not putting yourself into more danger than is necessary. First, count the number of appendages on your squid. Does it have 11 tentacles or does it have 10? If it's 10, don't worry about it, ignore everything I'm about to tell you. If it has 11 though, it's probably Joe Biden, and just be wary of squids that have 11 tentacles, because Joe Biden will probably try to sniff your hair. Now, if you can't return Joe Biden auras, it's more likely you struggle to count past 10 like myself. There's an easy solution to this. Just dress up like me. These apex predators can detect an inferior sense of style and beta male energy from 3,000 kilometers away, and will automatically default to passive mode. At this point, you can approach the reset button in relative safety, long as you avoid its 3-foot bonus tentacle. I should note, however, that in all seriousness, squids can be kind of rapey. For some reason, tourists tend to think that they're just slimy, 10-legged monster dolphins who also love humans just as much as other mammals. Well, they're kind of right about the love part, but it's the kind of love that I'd probably call teenage boy hormones more than dolphin love. Let me just say that it can literally cost you life and limb. Now, because this is a coherent and well thought out how-to video, I've obviously already mentioned that squids are the largest exporters of ink. But not all of them choose to produce just ink. Some breeds, particularly the ones from Colorado, can produce an ink that releases high levels of dopamine when ingested. They release it to let fish get high before they slice them up with their garbage disposals of a tongue. Although it's not known if squids use their own ink to get high, it is known that computer science majors also don't know how to use their own dopamine receptors. So clearly I've convinced you to get this new pet, and I might as well tell you some more interesting things about them. And honestly, they are really interesting creatures. While squids can reach sizes of up to 43 feet, this is still smaller than my homework load on a Saturday night. They can also come in sizes as small as 10 millimeters, which is massively larger than my bank account right now. Speaking of size, female squids tend to be about 25% larger than their male counterparts. And that might seem like a scary thought for our patriarchal minds, but that means that lady squids enjoy a lot more comforts than human females do, such as an increased average income, more reproductive rights, and the ability to drive. Some squids, though, really didn't like the turn that nature took with the female equality thing, so they hid themselves in the depths. They went so deep that a lot of brain damage has occurred, but they can glow in the dark. They use a thing called photophores to do that, and it's really cool to watch. My final point is about whales. You know how squids are like slimy, because they're like really fatty? And you know how whales are like really blubbery. Yeah, whale obesity is the real epidemic we should be talking about, not coronavirus or human obesity. The whale fast food restaurant industry is fueled by squid genocide. 131 million squid lives are lost tragically every year to these blubbery barbarians. In 1 year, whale Stalin killed more squids than real Stalin could have ever dreamed to kill in humans. Stop this madness. Kill the whales and end squid genocide. You're a member of the Squid Society now. You have to protect your friends. Oh, hey, you made it to the end of the video. I'm surprised most people don't make it this far. My analytics tell me they definitely don't. But if you're still here, you might as well comment and like. If you're feeling extra generous, subscribe and you will make my day. You absolutely will.